My name is Mark Pratt. I'm CEO and founder of Project Partners. We're a specialist business transformation consultancy. We provide project management, business analysis, PMO, and kind of technical support to financial services, retail companies, pharmaceuticals, utility businesses, etc.
What challenges did you face prior to using the Sonovate platform?
So prior to using the Sonovate platform, we were part of a group of companies, and that the kind of the overarching group parent with the provider of working capital for us. That's the only way we could, we could trade without seeking external funds. So when it came time for us to exit the group and stand on our own 2 feet, we needed to find a source of funding, and we looked at options such as loans and things of this nature, but products like that were probably not flexible enough to follow our growth curve. So we needed to try and find something that was more along the lines of invoice discounting or factoring, and we came across the product that Sonovate provide, and it seemed to be suitable for our needs, and then kick things off from there. And that's how we found it.
It was an interesting one actually for me, because it was I think I'd been in touch a couple of times, and then I think the timing was quite good in terms of an email that I sent across. What I wanted to ask was, what was it about our solution, or what that enabled you to overcome those challenges that maybe in other solutions that you've spoken to did not enable you to do that?
I think it's fundamentally at its core, I'd say, is flexibility and alignment with our operating model. So like many other consultancy businesses or recruitment businesses, we obviously receive revenue from our clients for the services that we provide in terms of the people support that we provide. And obviously we have invoicing terms with our clients, and we have payment terms with our contractors and our permanent staff. We run a mixed permanent and contract model, and so we're always kind of behind the curve in terms of, by the time we've received the funds from our clients for the work that we provided, it's always been time to pay our people for that work. But before that, and obviously a business of our nature, it can the flexible services that we provide, some months we can have more consultants deployed, other months we can have less consultants deployed. So the amount of working capital or funding that we require will go up and down with those project trends. And obviously you guys with that background have built a product that kind of matches exactly to that need and understand that problem very considerably. So the kind of the natural curve of business, the natural wave of business that we, and I'm sure all of our other kind of peers experience, is the product's quite or very well matched to that need.
It was actually really fun speaking to your team prior to work out what exactly it was you needed, because obviously it's slightly different to the usual situation where I think you may have heard of us or spoken to us originally because of the working capital need.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously there was this situation where you're moving away from the group, and that was something where we kind of worked together to work out exactly what it is you needed and how we could support you with that, which meant we were able to support with that transition, but also give you confidence in a plan for funding moving forward away from it, whilst also giving you the capital to grow as well as pay your for contractors and permanent staff, as you mentioned.
Sure.
Was there anything else that stood out from us compared to a traditional lender, or was there many other conversations you had with a traditional lender?
I think it's slightly different for me because I'm coming at it from kind of a CEO working capital angle. I think the other benefit is probably in the kind of day-to-day operational angle. I know Kelly in our team who deals with your platform on a regular basis. It's quite a user-friendly and simple to use platform. So kind of operationally, it's not tedious to kind of interface with you. Whereas our incumbent banking provider, a large bank, I shall name no names, were quite inflexible really, and didn't seem to have any concept or understanding of what we needed or how we needed to operate, and it was just kind of zero flexibility and really zero appetite to even engage us in a sensible conversation. And so, even though I consider us to be a relatively large turnover business, compared to all the businesses out there, a business like ours with multiple consultants deployed at higher day rates, we're obviously a multi-million-pound business, and that in itself would put us in the top 2 or 3% of businesses by turnover in the UK. And it seemed pretty odd to me that kind of a standard retail bank wouldn't accommodate or appreciate that. And that's where we started to talk to you guys and some other kind of competitors in the marketplace to understand what was available. But really, even those competitors, many of them are spawned out of or supported by a large bank behind the scenes, or set up for more generic purposes, or things like kind of e-commerce platform. They can see the volume of trading coming through the credit card facility. We don't work like that, and so we did need to find something that was much more tailored to our needs.
I think that point you made there around the generic element is really key, because obviously the reason we built this platform and the funding model this way is to suit professional services, and with that comes a disruption in terms of how we've changed the traditional funding facility, which is to remove those barriers to growth. Something I often say, people often come to us when there's a cash flow need, and obviously we can support with that, and support people with their working capital. But where it gets really exciting is where we can unleash the capital, the full amount of capital caught up in invoices, so you can grow your business confidently. And that's definitely something that we experienced with yourselves. And
totally, I'd add as well, Oscar. Actually, like, growth is never like that. I wish it was. It'd be much easier to manage, right? It's much more like that sort of thing. And so, with kind of other lenders where perhaps a capital amount is forwarded, or there's a fixed facility that you can take up to a maximum value. As we ebb and flow, it's the flexibility up and down, actually. So upwards, obviously, the more clients we win and the more business we win, the further that you guys will be able to support us as we onboard each new client to the platform. But equally, the downside, perhaps if we're not experiencing the same growth one month as we hoped, the way that the platform works in terms of providing financing directly on the invoiceable value, that also kind of, in a certain degree, keeps us under control and stops us spending too much, because we're not going right up to the top edge of a facility that we might not require. So it's quite a nice controlled mechanic to release the funds that you need without kind of going too crazy one way or the other.
I have not actually thought about that before. I have not thought about that element of control. So you're not borrowing more than what you need. It's in line with what, and I guess I do allude to that when I speak to businesses about it's using your capital to grow organically, but at speed. So money that you usually expect in 30, 60, 90 days, you've got that immediately to pay your consultants and also invest in your business.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's your experience been of working with Sonovate post the setup process?
Yeah, pretty good. I think whenever you are partnering with anyone, there's always some kind of setup to go through, and I think we went through that. I think you guys have shown us a good degree of flexibility. The way that when we first started off on the platform, the way that we went through our kind of time approval process, whilst it was kind of out of bounds of your usual kind of way that you kind of would accept evidence of approved time, you were quite flexible and understanding in the way that we were operating as a business. And then obviously now, as we move to our new time approval model, you guys have been able to move with that, and we've given you access to our platform. So to me, that's a true partnership, flexibility both ways to try and work together to make it work, and that's been yeah, really welcomed. And yeah, take the opportunity to say thank you to you and the rest of the team who've been able to show us that flexibility.
I appreciate that.
Well, really, it gives us the security and assurance that as we ebb and flow through our growth journey, going back to that point about growth is never linear, it means that we know that whatever the weather, we'll be able to yeah, access the capital we need to trade, and I think as well, we are very focused on automation and AI and the opportunities that brings to the business, and being able to integrate with you guys straight through process, API into the platform as that feature becomes available, so that we can straight from our client approving the time of one of our consultants straight through our system into our accounting platform, into your platform, into released funds into the bank within whatever 24, 48 hours. That's an incredible level of automation, and something that will just make our operational, finance ops side of the business very, very smooth. So yeah, that's what it means to us.
We've got that data in the diary, haven't we?
We have indeed.
So that further integration, but definitely we'll get there. And I guess this is quite timely, this question, leading on to, you obviously talking there about the new platform. But what are your aspirations for the business moving forward? What are the plans? What's the future hold?
I mean, we've got some incredible plans, and obviously we're super excited about them, and I can't wait to kind of get them out there on the wild. So we've developed what we think is a truly groundbreaking platform for this industry. We've developed a platform that we call PPV2, and what PPV2 is, it stands for Project Partners Version 2. We've not given it that sexy a name, but what it is effectively is kind of digital transformation of the whole, both what we call partner, so the consultants that execute the work for us, and client. The whole end-to-end journey for both of those parties is fully digitized, and we've also augmented that with some really exciting kind of profile technology that's powered by AI. So as a partner, as a consultant who provides kind of professional services, we ingest your CV or your LinkedIn profile, or both of those things, and then the technology kind of rips those to pieces and basically reauthors them in a way that's very kind of standardized and compelling to clients. So rather than comparing two very different CVs side by side, they're able to compare apples and apples of two consultants' experience side by side. And additionally, just like shopping for a USB lead on Amazon, add those partners to their shopping basket and check out. And in the beginning, that checkout will kind of be an inquiry into our team, and we'll still deal with that side of things person to person. But ultimately, we could have it as a straight through experience, so a client can just make a purchase online straight away. We've got a few other elements that we need to put in place to make that a reality. And then from the client experience side, from requesting services from us through to viewing their kind of invoices and timesheets and all that kind of management operations side of the business, that'll become a very, very straightforward and seamless experience as well, having access through our online portal to do that. So it's a fully integrated digital experience that we think will be groundbreaking in the marketplace. So yeah, we're super excited. That's launching on the 22nd of August actually, so we're super excited for the launch of that.
Really not long, and that really exciting from my perspective as well, because I saw obviously doing my research in the business and going through Underwriters, when I started seeing the growth that Project Partners have been through over the years as a pure consulting model without a platform in place, and also seeing that platform is already pretty much launching on the 22nd. We're seeing that it's being used through our portal as well. It's exciting to see it's up and running, and you're ready to take the business to the next level. So really excited about that, and it's great to be part of that journey as well.
It's interesting you say that, because I think the growth has been a little bit too slow. So yeah, we must be doing something right. We're not even 4 years old yet, and we've got to a decent size with a decent number of deployed consultants, and we've got some fabulous brand names that have taken up our services across a number of different industries: retail banking, retailers, pharmaceutical companies, utility companies, energy companies. So yeah, we're very fortunate that we've got some big brand names who've put faith in us to supply service, and yeah, we're excited to see what we can do for others soon.
It's genuinely been an exciting process or example for me, because like I said, it's those conversations originally to really dig down in terms of what you needed, and I really felt that we helped achieve that, and now it's a work in progress to support you and the business moving forward. Glad those elements of confidence and being able to take confidence and assurance, I think, were the words you used to say.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we do, and whilst also giving you the ability to use your capital to inject it into investments or grow the business. So yeah, no, it's been a good journey so far. So I'm hoping it continues.
Totally. Well, we think this industry is kind of long overdue a really good shake-up, and we're hoping to be at the forefront of that with kind of the tech that we're producing and the service levels that we're trying to provide. There's not been a huge amount of change in the if you think about recruitment and consultancy on a continuum from really quite stack 'em high, sell 'em cheap recruitment all the way through to very, very niche consulting. We're trying to sit somewhere in the mid-market and disrupt through technology and service quality. So I can see that you guys at Sonovate are trying to do similar things and shake things up and bring some new value and innovation to the marketplace. So yeah, hopefully we can share in each other's growth story.